Well, hello, happy Thursday. Welcome to Elegant Sentiments today. I'm Cheryl Abernathy, and I'm the owner of Elegant Sentiments, where we try to craft a little kindness every single day. And today we are going to be doing some hot foiling. So, this is the first time I've tried hot foiling live, so this ought to be an interesting adventure for us today. I'm going to be using products from Spellbinders today. I'm using obviously the Glimmer Hotfoil system, but I'm also going to be using all their coordinating products. So our hot foil color today is matte gold, and we're going to accentuate with some color essential gems, pink ones, and we're going to be using a press plate. Press plates are actually designed for the Spellbinders Better Press system, but you can also use them to hot foil. So these plates have double duty. A Spellbinders hot foil plate they're this bronzy goldy color. So that's you can look at the plate and tell whether it's a hot foil plate or a press plate. Now you can use the press plate to hot foil, but you can't use a hot foil plate to better press. So just so that we're clear about that. So we're going to be using press plates to hot foil today. And this is the flower that we're going to foil. And we're going to be foiling our sentiment as well. And this is from the A Little Message sentiments, and we're going to be using the happy birthday one. And this press plate, I didn't give you the name, it's called Press Bouquet. So these are the core products that we're going to use. And this is the card that we're going to make. That matte foil is really pretty. We're also going to do just a teeny weeny bit of color on the foil. And I'm using for that some Stampin' Up blends, but you can use any alcohol markers that you would have for that. Depending upon the paper, I'm using alcohol marker. And so we'll do a teeny bit of coloring and then foiling the sentiment. So that is our project. So to get started, the first thing I do is, let me turn my machine on so it can be heating up. I've got it over here to my side, and okay, hold on just a second here. Why does my machine not have power? Oh, well, it helps if you plug it in. So I'm going to let that heat up. You do have to let your machine heat up before you can actually start doing foiling. So I'll do that, let that heat up while we get prepped. So the first thing we want to do is obviously get our press plate ready. And it's that simple. That's all you have to do is take it off. And then we're going to cut some foil. Now, some people are really meticulous about how they do how they prep their foil. Their Spellbinders does have, and I'll show you this little gadget. It's kind of handy for cutting your foil. And it helps you to actually save and not waste a lot of foil, because you can put your foil in here. Oh, I forgot this is a brand new roll of foil. So let me get this. There is a piece of tape on here. Let's see which way is this going. Okay. So I want to be pulling it the right way. But there's this piece of tape that holds the foil together. So you just want to, as gently as you can, lift up that piece of foil. And then I just snip that part off. But, you know, if you want to be frugal with your foil, which most people do, and then little pieces I'll save for sentiments. But with this little gadget here, you can put your foil onto it and then lay this on top. Oops, come back. And then you can, oh my goodness, what is going on? Not cooperating with me at all today. Okay. And then you can take your plate and you can lay it on top. And then that way you're only cutting as much foil as you need. So you know we got enough top and bottom here. And then these little grooves, you take this little gadget. It comes in 2 packs. One will cut foil and the other cuts paper, and it says foil and paper on there. And you just put it down in between the grooves like so. Well, and then just slide it across and it cuts it. And it's nice and even. So that's how you use that, but you need to cut a piece of foil. And then let me get this out of the way because I'm not going to use it for the rest of it. Put this back. Okay. Yeah, I'll show you. This is how those little cutters come. They're called quick trimmers, and they come in a set of 2. So that's that. And then the next thing we need to do is get our paper ready. For this card, we're using an A2 card base made of thick basic white cardstock. And then I have a panel of pink bubble bath. This is a bubble bath cardstock from Stampin' Up, and it's 4 1/8 by 5 3/8, and then this piece is 4 by 5 1/4, the white piece. So, well, I'm gonna bring my machine over into the camera. We hope. I think it'll fit so you can see it. And so you can see now the Glimmer system comes with this. This is the base and this is its platform. And then it also has 2 glimmer plates. There's this one is the heat absorbent one, and then this is a regular cutting plate. So when you stack your plates, you want to have this green plate on the foiling. And then it also gives you a mat, and you have this little tool. It's magnetic, so when you want to pick up one of the plates off of the hot foil system, you don't have to touch it with your hands. You can, because this does get hot, obviously, and so you don't want to touch it. So our system, the light has turned green, so it's ready for us. And you put the plate down with the design facing up. And then you place your foil. Your foil always goes shiny side towards the design on the plate. So in this instance, that shiny side is going to go down. We just want to make sure that the foil is covering our plate. Now, some people put their paper on at this point. I typically wait, set the timer, and then when the timer goes off, it's ready to foil. And when you foil, it goes, once you put the plates on, you put it into your embossing machine just like you would if you were cutting a die or, oops, quit talking into the foil. Just like it would if you were cutting a die or if you were doing embossing, because this piece will pull out, we'll put our paper and our plates on top, and then we will run it through the embossing machine. And you know that it's ready when the timer stops blinking. Now, one of the other thing that I found just from hot foiling is if you have a bigger plate, the bigger the plate, You want to, it's okay to let it stay on there a little bit longer, just to make sure, especially if you're doing a full size plate. So all we do is, I like to go ahead and pull this out. And then I put my paper on. I try to make sure I know where it's kind of where it's going to be on the plate, on the paper. And then I put my plates on. And then I pull it out and take it to my embossing machine. I'm going to run it through my embossing machine over here off camera. And I ran that through a little quickly, so I hope we got good foiling, because you usually want to take it, not, you don't have to go slow, but you want to take it nice and slow. So here's our, we'll do our peel and reveal. Let's see. And there we go. So that's the first step. And you want to, we're going to go ahead and put this back in because I wanted to reheat, because we're going to heat up our, we're going to do our sentiment. So take this off of there. And I'll move this out of the way and let that cool off. And it won't take the platform, obviously, as long to reheat, because we've already done it once. So for this little birthday sentiment, I'm going to move this out of the way for just a second. There went my place. So for the birthday sentiment, I want it down here in the corner. And so in order for me to be sure that it's going to be where I want it, let me see. So I'm going to have to put it on this a little differently. So we are, well, let's see, let me select which corner is better based on the space that I gave myself. Well, I guess it really doesn't matter. So I'm putting this piece upside down, and we're going to use a different method. You could use this method with any size hot foil plate, but I like it especially for when I'm doing a second foiling, because it'll make sure this allows me to tack down this foil plate, and I can put it where I want it. And then we're going to flip it up like that, and then we'll take a piece of foil. I'm going to use, let's see, is that going to be long enough? No, it's not long enough. That piece is in the middle, so I'm going to have to cut a little piece of foil for that sentiment. Let's see here. And just cut it. And then put here. Now this time, the foil is going to go facing up, because again, this is the pretty side of the foil plate, and it needs to go against that foil. So it'll go down like that. And our plate is ready. So you can foil and refoil once something that you've foiled once, you can foil it a second time. So this is ready, and we're just going to go ahead and put that. I think I might put one little piece of tape on this side. I'm trying to be cautious because I don't want to over foil on my flower. So we're going to put that down, And we'll push the timer. And that'll give me time to pick up the plates that I knocked on the floor. And while that's heating up, I did want to share you too. So you have this beautiful piece of foil when you're done with your first piece, and you don't have to let that go to waste, because you can use a solid hot foil plate and foil it over that solid hot foil piece, and it comes out looking like this. So here's one that I used with an oval foil plate, and I just had the leftover for that same thing, and you put a different sentiment on it, so you get two cards out. So don't throw these pieces away. You want to keep those because you can use them again for a different project. Okay, so that's ready. So we'll go ahead and pull it out, put our plates on, and I'll run it through my embossing machine. Okay, and let me move this machine out of our way. Okay, and let's see what we got. Now, I typically don't like to have my tape over the foil like this, but I didn't really have a choice because I didn't want that sentiment moving around. So I'm going to have to be very careful in removing this tape. There we go. Okay. And let's see how our sentiment did. And so there's our sentiment. Easy peasy. I'm telling you, it is. Once you get used to how you run it through your machine, that's the hardest part. The two things are just remembering which way the foil goes, and so that, I mean, that is just really gorgeous. So we're going to just do a teeny weeny bit of coloring on this one, because the foiling itself is so pretty. You don't have to do a whole lot, but I put a little bit of color around the flower just so that it wasn't completely white. It's really trying to make sure I don't get color anywhere that I don't want color, because it's not coming off if I do. But it's very, very simple. And it's, you can have an easy, elegant card very quickly with hot foiling. So if you have, do you have hot foil machines? There's only a couple people watching. One of them is Mom, so I know she's got one. But they're nice. I love them. And then there's as many. There's just a raft of plates out there for you to choose from. And a lot of companies now are starting to make the press plates that can work with the Spellbinders machines. So you got a lot of variety and a lot of options. You're not limited just to Spellbinders if you're not a Spellbinders kind of person. Okay, oh, here's another little piece of flower. Let me get that one before I put it away. And it's just a really light touch of color. You can almost don't know it's there if you're not looking closely, especially with the green. And with that, I just kind of go over the leaves a little bit. Not much, but just a teeny bit to give it a little bit of color. Look at both sides. And of course, you can do, there's all kinds of foil colors. You don't have to use matte gold. They have, when I say dozens, I mean dozens of colors to choose from. So just choose your favorite color and your press plate and foil away. And obviously different, you can use different, for this particular design, you don't have to have a color mat. You could use a foil mat, or you could not mat it at all. Because it's pretty enough, it can stand on its own. That's for sure. Your foil plates. And when you're looking at especially if you're looking at press plates, you want to make sure that there's a lot of detail in that plate, because that's what makes it really easy, so that you don't have to do much coloring but still have a lot of detail in what you foil. Because there are some foil plates that don't have much detail, and sometimes it looks okay, but they look a little, I don't know, flat, I guess is the word, if there's not a lot of detail in it. So you just want to take a look at the plates. If you don't want to do a lot of coloring, but you want to have a lot of shimmer with your foiling, then you're going to want something that's got a lot of detail like this one. And when you buy the Better Press system, it comes with a press plate, not a press plate. It comes with a hot foil plate and a roll of foil. So you've got everything you need out of the box to start foiling. So that's really all of the coloring that we're going to do for this card. So we can go ahead and mat it onto our base. Put this up here and get that on. Oops. I know I can get that on there. I've done it before. Okay, there we go. And we'll give that a little burnish. And then make sure we got things going in the right direction. Because I have been known to put it on upside down, backwards, all of the above. out that one. What is that? Okay. Furnish that back, make sure it's gonna stick nicely. And then the last thing we have to do is add a few gems. And this part obviously is optional, but I like sparkly. So we'll take some of these, the smallest ones. There are 3 different sizes of gems on this. And I just like the smallest ones, just to give it a little bit of bling, but not really detract from the beautiful foiling that's on there. But this design, I've done it in black and white, and it is stunning. I've done it in like vivid blues, and I think I showed you one that was a like a tealy color that's really pretty. You can use whatever your favorite colors are. I'm pretty sure Spellbinders has a foil for it. I'll put that there. And there you have today's projects. Really simple, a really easy hot foil card. I hope that you liked today's project. If you do, please give me a thumbs up. And if you want to purchase any of the products that I've used, I've put links in the comments for you, and I also have links in the video description. So please use my links. I would appreciate that. And I thank you so much for stopping by. I hope that you have a wonderful holiday weekend. And I will be back next Thursday with another card to share. And I'll also be on my blog, elegantsentiments.com, on Tuesday, sharing a card. So thank you so much for stopping by. And until we meet again, live graciously. Talk soon. Bye.